Cool. Okay. Hi, everyone. As you know, this meeting is about the insurance scheme that we have launched, the IRMA Alumni Group Health Insurance Scheme. And I would like to, put an option in front of you. Either we can ask some questions, or if you want, I can quickly show you the premium screen. And then if there are any further questions, because are there any people here who would like to know more about the scheme, so that we can start with that and then we can take deeper questions? What do you guys say?
Hi, Shipra this side.
Hi, Shipra.
Yeah, I think it will be good if we can just quickly brief about the product also, though I saw it over different WhatsApp groups, but then I think it will always be good if we can quickly brief it. Yeah.
I will do that. So I've just shared my screen. Do let me know if you're able to see.
Yes,
Because
yes,
I'll
it
just
is.
explain.
It's
I'll
visible.
just quickly explain the premium thing, and rest all, if there are any particular queries, then I will take them up. 1 second. Okay. So see, this is a group health insurance scheme, and what we've done is that we've tried to take care of a wide range of IRMA participants. So starting from the first batch till the 41st batch, primarily, we have 41 batches that we had to cover. And the premium ranges from so you can actually take the scheme only for yourself or your spouse, yourself, your child, yourself, 2 children. And these are the various combinations, basically, if you can see on the screen. This is how we have the premium ranging from 4,850 rupees for self to self plus spouse plus 2 children plus 2 parents. So just look at the nomenclature. If it is, it'll be easy for you to understand. S is for self, SP is spouse, C is for 1 child, CC is 2 children, P is 1 parent, and PP is 2 parents. Okay. So let's say I want to register myself, my spouse, 1 child, and 2 parents. My premium is 19,736 plus the GST. It comes out to 23,288 rupees. Okay. So this is how you read this table. And this particular scheme is primarily made considering that we all have parents now, even if we have we are younger, towards 25 or something age. Even then we have parents who are going to be nearing 50, 55, 60. So the entry age for anybody who is in the basically the entry age for anybody in this scheme, in this policy, is 80 years. So if I am 79 years old, I can still buy this policy. And if I am 81 years old, then you cannot include me in this policy. Now, if I'm 79 years old and you want me to, let's say I live till 99 years of age, you can I can keep continuing the policy and keep on paying the premium. And I will be in a position to continue until I live. Okay. So this
So
is
there
the
is
benefit.
no ceasing age, like at what age, even if I'm somebody is at 79, and he or she has opted at 79, then can continue even up to
If I'm
99.
120 years old, then also my policy, I think it continues. Sundar, Shreyas, would you just verify this one? Okay. So basically, the exit is death. Okay, that's what is written, which means that until you live, you can continue on this policy.
And this is irrespective of the age. The slab is as it is, irrespective of the age.
Yeah. Absolutely. So whatever age whatever your age is, the premium remains the same. Whether you are 25 or you are 45 or you are 65, it remains the same.
Okay.
Okay. And
But actually,
the other
Saurabh this
important
side.
thing. Yes, one moment. Do you want me to continue sharing the screen? Because I can't see you guys, so I will just stop sharing if it is okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, please tell me.
So, Richi, just taking a lead from there.
Yeah.
So, my question on a broader side is
Right.
the question which has been asked right now, the exit is death, but I think it would be till the time policy is enforced. Okay.
Of course. Yeah, of course. The
So
policy has
yes.
to
So
be there.
now my question is on that only. So
Mm-hmm.
as we know that this is for 3 years right now, right?
Right.
And what about beyond that? What are the repercussions, and how we see this policy going beyond 3 years? That is point number one. Why I am asking this? Because I just give you my example. I've already taken this policy. Now my concern is I already had a kind of my own family floater. Okay, apart from what my company is providing, because I always wanted to keep a safe backup. Now I am using that policy for last, I think, 4 years or 5 years, maybe more than that as well. I have a non-claim bonus as well that has been getting added. There are multiple benefits also. Now for me, I have to choose between next year whether I am going to renew my personal family floater or not. But for that, this question become more relevant, that what will happen after 3 years. Is there is any binding clause? Is there is a non-binding clause? What kind of clauses are there which when we have negotiated?
Hitesh,
Yeah.
would you like to take this one?
Yeah, it's sort of good to hear your concerns. The policy will continue as long as you are Irma. That early one of
Okay.
your things. Number two, you have been talking about the comparatives. I'm sure with the family floater, whatever you have got, just compare the benefits and the premium. You will find there's no brainer to talk about it.
Exactly. There is a no-brainer on that, and I am also proponing everybody on that part on the premium side. But only my concern was that, like, it has been mentioned that it will be enforced. First
No,
contract
no,
is up
no.
to
It
3
is it
years.
is said like the premium will be frozen for the 3 years. That is what is the language is.
Then we have to clarify this point, because there are a lot of
It is
people
very
who has
clear.
okay. Okay, then I will
And
maybe
I'll
I'll
request
I
like
couldn't
people to
get it,
keep the question.
sir. I couldn't get it at whether it will be renewed every year like the
Yes,
group
every year you have
mediclaim
to
yes,
pay
offer.
the premiums.
yes. The
That is
premium
like
So
has to
any
be
other
in
paid.
case for
normal policy. With 5,000 or once, if you pay, there's no term life. Then you have to look at the different policies.
So you're saying that we have negotiated in a fashion that till the time we are paying the premium, the policy will remain in force.
Yes.
Right. Perfect. Okay.
See the 3-year tenure that you're talking about, Saurav. For 3 years, the premium amount will remain the same. So let's say in the first year, see what is happening is a lot of people who are they are inquiring about ye disease, wo disease, all that. So now, if let's say a lot of claims also happen in the first year, then also the premium remains constant for 3 years. That is what those 3-year wala clause is talking about.
You'll appreciate like this policy cannot have the no claim bonus. The people will be having the lots of claims.
Yeah. No. So this is a group policy. We understand. At least I understand, because I am in this doing this for now so many years. So it's a
Good,
no-brainer for me.
good. Shipra, is it clear to you as well?
yes, it is clear. The 3-year clause wala clear hai. Yes, sir.
Okay. The next person.
Hello, it is. This is Mihir Kulkarni this side. Is this a cashless insurance?
There's a possibility that there'll be cashless, and we'll prefer the cashless. And where the PPN that designated hospitals are not there, then in as an exceptional, you'll have to go for the non-cash.
So we'll get a list of empaneled hospitals,
Yeah,
right?
you will be certainly getting it. We are in
Yeah.
the process of negotiating with the best TPA. Once we do it, we'll share it with you.
Sure. Thank you.
I have one more query, sir. Like, what is the minimum number qualifier for this group mediclaim? See, suppose if the enrollment is either less or more the next year. I believe कि वो more ही होगा, but in a scenario if it comes down the number of people opting for it, will there be any change in the premium or continuity of the group Mediclaim in subsequent years?
Shipra, which batch you are and where you are calling from?
I am from 32, calling from Delhi.
Yeah, I think Iqbal, if you attended that get together yesterday, Iqbal was our rep there.
Actually, I missed that out.
Okay,
I was not able
good.
to participate.
No issues. And the point over there is like the first year is a problematic year where that's why we are taking lots of effort to reach maximum number of people. And after that, I'm sure like once the benefit starts rolling, the people who are missing, they will not be enrolled. That I can assure you. It
Okay,
is
so-
not possible that next year only the additions will be the next batch people. And in case you are taken for yourself and not taken for your family, they will not be allowed to be added, except in the case if the newborn baby is there or new husband or new wife is there.
So my
Okay.
question is other way around also, if there are certain people who also think that I have my personal cover, and if they will probably not continue, I this might sound as a like, and I'm asking these questions. I should also accept the fact that this is the very first meeting I am joining in. Though I was like reading about it, but then I have not participated in the previous meetings. So maybe like this question might
Shipra,
have
let's
come
keep the
earlier
question
also.
direct. We can answer more number of questions.
So,
my question.
Hitesh, let me just take this. I understand, Shipra, what you're saying. See, the thing is that if let's say this year I take take the insurance, and next year the policy is continuing, I just need to pay the insurance premium for the next year, and it continues. Now, your question was that if let's say there is a minimum X number of people that are required, yes, minimum number of people are required, and we will get it. Don't worry. Did I answer your question? Anything else?
Yeah, so if the people will drop, so what is the minimum number of people which is required for continuing
So
this?
every year that is not the constraint. It is the first year that we are looking at all this, because the first year we need to ensure and we need to we have given a certain amount of commitment to the United guys, and that is why we are trying to ensure that maximum people benefit from this policy this year in the beginning of the scheme.
Okay, makes sense.
Next, please.
So there were a couple of other questions. I will just, by the time anybody is thinking of questions and all, I'll keep on telling you some facts about the policy. One is that you can add your parents, like we discussed. Yes. Can in-laws be added? No. Currently in this policy, this year, in-laws are not allowed to be added. Next year we will try to get that approval done, and we will try to figure out how to do that. Any other relatives? No. Right now what we have is what we have shown you. Yes. Any question on this one? Any question on the waiting period? Do you know what is a waiting period, and is it needed? It is not needed. Is it there? Not there? See, generally, when we purchase a policy, whether it is a health policy or it is what do you call it, a term plan life insurance policy, there are a lot of clauses which will ensure that if let's say today I take a policy and tomorrow I go to the hospital, I will not be able to claim the maximum benefits. So they have put in a clause. In other places they put in clauses as to how many months or what is the time duration after which you can claim things. But in this particular policy, there is no waiting period. Zero waiting period means that if let's say today my policy is issued and tomorrow I go to the hospital and say, okay, I want to get this thing done, or I'm detected with, let's say, some XYZ illness, then I can get admitted and get myself treated for the same. Did I make some sense on this waiting period thing? Any question? Okay, take a pause, think about this. I think I'm going too fast. If you have any question, let me know.
Hi, this is Saurav.
Yeah,
I was
Saurav.
just asking that is there any medical report
Saurav,
or
which
test?
batch and which place you are, and if you can
Okay, so
show.
right now I am in Jodhpur, PRM 36.
Good.
So I was just asking, is there any pre-medical test or anything is
No.
required for that?
That is what we have made very clear. I'm sure, like what Richie is putting lots of mails, that no PED, no waiting period.
Okay, so after that there will be nothing like that. You have this
No,
disease or that disease, nothing like that.
we made it clear, dear.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so no tests are required. It's just because you are an IRMA alum, you are eligible to take this insurance policy. Your parents are eligible to take this insurance policy without any waiting period. Even if your parents have some pre-existing disease, you can take this policy for them. A lot of us have questioned whether they've come to me asking ki my father has this issue, my mother has this issue, and generally organizations have refused them health insurance policies. Still, will I be getting this? Yes, you will be able to get this insurance policy, because this policy has no waiting period and no exceptions on the diseases.
This is one of the best gift you can give it to your parents.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Just to clarify once again, if there is an age-wise premium loading, no. Whatever age group you may be in, the premium amounts are the same for each and every one of us. So this actually gives us a lot of benefit. See, this policy has been created keeping in mind the younger batches. I'm sure you all would appreciate that the initial batches, the first few batches had like 30, 35 members, right? Participants. But the later ones have 240 plus kind of batch people. So this policy has been designed for you. It is, you will not, even when you are the youngest in the entire group, you will not get a policy which is cheaper than this. And this year we have it for 5 lakhs. Next year we will try for a top up as well on this one, because right now some of you sometimes may feel ki the sum assured is a little, for 5 people or 4 people. Let's say I am there, my spouse is there, and my child is also there, then and my 2 parents are there. Will 5 lakhs be sufficient? Does anybody have that kind of a doubt in their mind?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So we understand that this particular policy has a 5 lakh rupees floater. That is number one. For starting, for beginners, 5 lakh is a good sum assured. Okay. But then if let's say somebody is looking for a higher sum assured, then next year we will definitely try to get you a top up. We will work that out. So there are 2 things specifically on the cards. One is the in-laws thing, and the other is the top up plan that will be taken care of next year.
Right.
Hello.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, ma'am. I'm Soumya Jain from
Hi,
PRM
Soumya.
39.
Hi,
Hi,
Soumya.
I'm from Delhi. Hi. So I have one question. This point about this pre and post hospitalization care. So what is involved in this basically? And for like, it is for one test, or can you just explain it, like what is involved in that?
Okay, what do you mean by pre and post hospitalization? Hitesh,
This,
would you like to take
Yeah.
this?
Like if you have to be operated one day before that, you are normally admitted over there, so that pre-operations, like all your parameters are proper and ready to be operated upon.
Okay.
That's one, the pre, and the post is like after post operation. Normally you are there in the hospital for 1 or 2 days for the observations.
Right.
Sir, I also think this involves some tests and diagnostic tests that
Yeah,
may
yeah.
be needed for.
Rightly
Yes, sir.
you are said, like when I said, like when you are getting ready for the operation, they will take the test and make all the parameters. I use the word parameters only.
Sorry.
No issue.
There's one more query from my batch.
Let me
She
answer
said,
this. I think this required a bit elaboration. I am a veterinarian, so that let me explain this thing. At least I know this part. So any cost which is involved for that particular disease for which you are getting operated. So for that, maybe you have visited a doctor like 15 days back or like 30 days back, and doctor had initially given you some medicine, and then later on they found out, they did some test and they found out that you have some certain elements which require to undergo some surgery. So these things, if you have a correct bills or maybe the doctor prescription till 30 days prior to this surgery, everything will generally get covers in pre-hospitalization part. In post-hospitalization part, till 60 days, all the post-hospitalization test or maybe checkups, whatever you will do till 60 days from that hospitalization, that is again been covered. So this is general terms of pre and post hospitalization coverage in any insurance, and I hope this is the same in our case as well.
Yeah, more or less, like, but sometimes like certain restrictions are there. I'm sure, like once we go further detailing, because so much of the detailing is right now not possible. You can understand all the limitations.
so one more query from my batch, that if they are NRIs, can they still take the policy and is it still applicable to them?
The policy is open to the Indian citizens.
See, if you have a ID from India, which is if you have an Aadhaar card, you can take the policy. So if you are traveling to India, you can see this policy is not in use if you are outside India. So if let's say you're in UK and you want to get a treatment done, no, this will not be applicable. It cannot be used. But if you are in India, then it will definitely be useful. And particularly you are abroad, but your family is here, no? Your parents are here.
Right. That's the
Your
question.
relatives are, so basically whenever you are in India, you can get yourself treated or your family treated. There is one question that has come up on the group, on the chat. Is there any complimentary full body checkup, maybe annually once? See, this
No.
is a zero frills policy. Please understand, we all have traveled in an aeroplane, right? I'm sure most of us have. So there are two types of tickets that are available. One is the business class and one is the normal travel ticket. So business class, you will have all sorts of luxury items coming in, cream, shampoo, paste, all that will come in. But in a normal, like a Indigo or a SpiceJet flight, you will not even actually get something like a juice to drink. So it is a zero frills policy, no complimentary checkup, no what do you call that?
Rather, it is
Air
difficult to.
ambulance or all these kind of fancy things are not there, because for the policies that you use, primarily you're paying 50,000, 60,000, 80,000 rupees of premium, then all this actually comes in. We are talking about 22,000, guys. Yes, Hitesh, sorry. Please continue.
No, so no issues. It's a simple, like, is unimaginable to ask for more favor with the 1% premium.
Okay, there's another question. If you allow, I'll just take that up quickly before
Some
the next one.
Chanshu wanted to ask something.
Yeah, so I just will quickly go through, complete this question. It says this sum insured of 5 lakh rupees is for all insured persons or separately 5 lakh for each of the members. See, the sum insured is a total of 5 lakh. It is a floater policy for the entire number of people that you're taking, which means that if, let's say, me, my husband, and my two parents and my daughter, we are there, then totally we can claim 5 lakh rupees. What it means is, in floater, what it means is that we will be able to, let's say I need 2 lakhs, some other person needs only 50,000, the other person needs another lakh, then we can stagger it and use it amongst ourselves. A total of 5 lakhs is allowed, is permitted. Did I answer that question?
I'll add something over here for the benefit of juniors. Like normally it has been observed all the 6 or all the 4 members will not fall sick. I've been taking policy from now 38 years, from 84 onwards. I never claimed even once. So at least like in this case, or even my wife has also claimed only once. But in case of emergency, at least like anybody falling sick will be entitled to have a cover up to 5 lakhs. I hope it is clear.
Okay. Yes.
Harsh, go ahead.
Hello. Yeah, thank you. So I'm Harsh from PRM 40 batch, and I am currently in Mumbai. So I had actually 2 doubts. Number one, in policy, there are like self plus spouse plus 2 dependent parents. But
Right.
what if you don't have spouse? There is no option for only self and dependent parents.
We
There is
have.
an option. We can. Let me just share this screen
Because
once again quickly.
in that document, there
Harsh,
is.
you can read all the what we have been sharing with the thing over here.
Okay.
Okay, just have a look at this one, Harsh. See,
Okay.
we can take anything. I think what you have looked at is the policy term
Yeah.
policy from the United guys. Niche mein we have
Yeah.
added it here also, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just look at it this way. We have expanded it here for your benefit. See, if you want self plus parents, you will have to pay a
Okay.
premium of this much. Now, what happens if, let's say, 6 months down the line, you get married? What will happen? You are going to invite us for your wedding. That is number one. You know?
Yeah.
The other thing that will happen
Sure.
is that you need to add your spouse to the policy.
Correct.
So within 30 days of your marriage, if you can add your spouse to the policy. And let's say, 10 months down the line, a year down the line, you have a baby. Then within 30 days of having the baby, you can add your baby to the policy. All right.
Okay. Thank you. Another thing, just to confirm, what if my parents do not have Indian citizenship? They were earlier, but now. So in that case, are they eligible or only I am
See,
eligible?
your parents are eligible by default because you are staying in India. Okay, that is
Yeah.
number one. The other important point to consider here is that if they are staying abroad, then they will not be getting treated in India. So if they
Yeah.
are in India, I'm sure they would be having some identification from India, na?
Yeah. Like you
Do
told
they have
no.
some Aadhaar or something? Do they have?
No, actually.
So then
Then,
no, don't get into it then, because you need an Indian. See, even when you go to claim, you will need to provide a Indian valid ID proof. If it is not there, then
we
it will
said
not happen.
initially we said the policy is applicable to all Indian citizens.
Okay, so only I am eligible if my parents are not.
Right now, yes.
Okay, thank you so
That
much.
is a normal, like global norm.
Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Right.
I just have one more query. In the
Yes,
case
sir.
if 5 lakh rupees is just gone or finished, then is there is any top up facility or like that?
Right
Yes.
now, this year, no. The next year, yes.
Okay,
So
thank you.
this year, this is what we have. Next
Okay.
year, we will try to negotiate on all the things that you all want, in-laws, top up, air ambulance, all that stuff you list down and you tell us, we'll try to get it in.
Thanks.
Maternity
I can see
coverage
Ajay
is
there.
not included. Maternity is not included in the policy. It is for the simple reason that maternity basically happens once basically once or twice, these days we don't have too many times maternity happening, but we'll end up paying premium for that maternity loading. All the people who take the policy will pay that premium loading and also pay it for the years to come. So maternity is not loaded in this one. Okay, any option for parents only? No. See, whenever we want, whenever we are taking a policy like this one, the person who is basically the base for this policy is you, because you are an IRMAN, and IRMAN is getting the policy. Your parents are not getting the policy. So you have to be there in the policy. Without you, the policy will not happen. Okay. Do we have maternity? Any option for parents only? Is the cost of assistive devices like cochlear impacts covered? Implants. Hitesh, can you please help me here? Is
What
the
is it?
cost of assistive devices like cochlear implants covered? Oh, is that the ear wala device that you're talking about, Mukund?
Yes, that is the one.
Okay. See, these are basically, this health policy is basically if you are getting treated in the hospital, you get admitted for some kind of procedure, then it is there. So as far as my understanding goes, Hitesh will verify. I think this will not be covered.
See, these are the what happens, why these things are not covered, people keep on losing or people keep on having things. So insurance people cannot keep a track of that. Even dentals are not covered, and implants like this, external ones, not covered. But about the ear inside, the new ones which have come, uh, I'll check it up again. But to the best of my knowledge, no.
Yeah, because it's not a procedure, it's just a device, no, Hitesh? So I think
Yeah.
it will not be covered.
Anything which is removable normally is not covered.
Okay. And next question is, please share the detailed PDF if possible. Yes, we have been sharing this PDF. It's for you only. I will share it once again with your batch reps. We have done it and we'll share it again. Do have a look at it, and maybe we can have another meeting with your batch separately. If you want to clarify more details, I'll be happy to do that. Next question is there a chance that after 3 years, insurance company does not provide this floater cover? So one is that, see, floater means that all the people in that policy can use that amount irrespective of how much who needs, right? That is floater. But after 3 years, the insurance company does not provide the policy. I don't think that is going to happen. They are going to be in business and we are also going to be living. We are not dying so soon. So I think you're like, yeah. Hitesh?
Pardon me?
So is there a chance that after 3 years, this policy, doesn't exist or the floater is not there? Or
I don't think so. There's nothing like that. There's going to be a government contract for that matter.
All right. Yeah, the government is not going anywhere. Okay. Cool.
Until unless that United is bought by IFCO Tokyo, then we can't say.
Then
But
we will get IFCO Tokyo policy.
No, in that case as well, all the obligations of the United will be taken over by the IFCO Tokyo.
Correct. Okay. How will the identity of IRMANs be established? So we will be verifying. See, our service provider Alive, where is the portal where you all are logging in and looking at the policy details and everything. Now, once the final date, which is 5th August, is passed, then we will compile all the information and people who have basically registered for the policy. We will verify that, yes, this is an IRMAN, this is an IRMAN, tick, this is an IRMAN, tick. And then we will pass it on to the organization, because it is our responsibility to ensure that all those who have purchased are IRMANs and are IRMA alumni. A part of IRMA Alumni Association. So there might be a case, it is a possibility that you have graduated from IRMA, but you have not paid the IRMA Alumni Association fees, in that case, you will not be allowed to take the policy because you have to be a member of the IRMA Alumni Association. This does not hold true for the PRM candidates because PRM candidates, the fees of the IRMA Alumni Association is inbuilt in the process itself. So don't worry about it. We will identify your identity and we'll pass it on to the United guys. Khwaja, did I answer your question?
Yes, ma'am. Sufficiently.
Okay, Bharat Parmar. All right. Can you please explain premium part once again for different commissioner? Absolutely, I will. I will just once again quickly share the screen so that it is easy for you all to. So see, primarily S is for self, SP is for spouse, C is for one child, CC for two children, P for a parent, and PP for two parents. All right. Now look at this table. How does it work? See, self, if I only want to buy the policy for myself, I pay a premium of 4850 plus 18% GST. If I want, let's say, self plus spouse and I don't have a child, okay, then it becomes 8864 plus GST. Now, if let's say I don't have a child right now and I have two parents, so self plus spouse plus two parents, the premium is 18,398. Do you follow this? Are you able to understand how you have to read this table now? Is it clear? You want to explain? You want me to explain more?
No, it is clear. Thank you.
Cool. Okay. All right. I will share this file once again with you all. Don't worry. It is there. It is for you all only. Yes. Any other question? Next question, please. Okay. If you don't have a question, then I'll tell you a little more about the policy. So,
Soumya Arora again. No.
Yeah.
She's thanking, that's all.
Acha, okay. All right. Okay, Soumya. If you have any further questions, do reach out. So, there are different policies are available in the market and every policy has its own rules. But if let's say you want to decide whether you should go to this hospital or that hospital, one very important criteria that comes into the picture is about the room rent. So if let's say that particular hospital that I am looking at has a room rent of 50,000 rupees in a day, then our policy doesn't work. So there is a cap on the room rent that will be there, and that is 10,000 rupees per day. Okay. And for the ICU, the cap on the amount is 20,000 rupees per day. All right.
Shivang is asking like about the PED.
So pre-existing diseases like diabetes, heart, angioplasty, cancer, are these covered? So we have to look at it this way. See, there is no waiting period. If today I enroll you or your parents into it, there is no waiting period and there is no medical checkup that is happening. We are saying that you are a part of the community and you are getting this policy. So come with whatever you have, no problem. So just to clarify once again, whenever we are buying this policy, self is mandatory. Without self, we cannot buy the policy only for our parents or only for our children. We have to include ourselves in the policy. So sometimes when people are buying the policy, they are saying ki parents ko add karne ka option hi nahi aa raha. That's because you have not added yourself to the policy. You have to add yourself to the policy, then you will be able to add everybody else to the policy.
Hi Richi, Ram here from PRM31. Thanks for this. One quick question. Like I've been hearing this 3-year thing, I didn't get it clearly. What is it? Is it renewal of premium or is it some, what is that 3-year thing that I've been hearing?
Okay, just hold on. If you have any other question, hold on one by one.
Yeah.
So see, let's say we purchase this policy this year. This is not a one-time policy. We have to pay the premium every year. This is how the health insurance policies work. So if let's say today we purchase this policy, and next year we again purchase this policy, and next year we again purchase, basically we keep paying the premium every year. Now this 3-year period that we are talking about is normally what happens in health policies is that if let's say we take a policy and we make a claim this year, next year the premium loading for the same policy for me, the amount will be higher. That is how the health policy insurance works. Okay. So now we have negotiated a rate in such a way with the United People that for 3 years, the policy amount will remain the same, irrespective of the fact whether we have claimed anything or we have not claimed anything, as a group, as a single person, as an entity, whatever it is, whatever the claims may be, for 3 years, the premium amounts will remain the same. It will not increase. That is a very big thing, considering the fact that we are loading our parents onto the policy, and we are pretty sure that a lot of it is going to happen in terms of something or the other keeps happening, ye treatment, wo treatment, and all that. Did it clarify your doubt, Ram?
Yeah, got it, got it. I think I've heard like typically like if there is no claim, also sometimes the cover amount kind of automatically gets increased by 10% or something like that. So
Yeah.
so decrease will not be there, increase also will not be there. It's be like
Yes,
5
yes,
lakhs
yes.
for the next 3 years with the same premium, right?
Absolutely. And having said that, then the no claim bonus will also not be there. See, if let's say I've not claimed, no claim bonus also is not there.
Yeah, one another thing, can we till the time we take up a negotiate a top up on this, that's good. But can we also take top up separately on this policy from outside, on an individual basis, or is that not possible?
Hitesh, would you
Not
help
right
me out?
now.
Okay.
Not right now. The group policy, generally the top up is given by them only. And when we give the top up facility over here, in that case, you'll be in position to take the top up on your current policies.
Perfect. Okay, okay. So individual policies, typically I can take one policy from one insurer, but for top up I can just approach another person. But here it is, the top up will come from United Insurance only whenever we negotiate next year, correct?
No,
Yeah,
next
so
year maybe we'll be negotiating top up from others as well. We'll try.
Okay.
But right now, in this case, the top up is not
Possible by individual to take. Okay, got it, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
So I have a question here from Mohsen. It says, if both my parents are above 60 and don't have any other insurance claim at the moment, what are the procedures? By procedure, I mean medical checkup and all. So like I mentioned earlier as well, the entry age is 80 years. So anybody up to the age of 80 years is permitted into the policy, and this policy can be continued by that person until death. So let's say I am 79 years of age, I can get into this policy, I can take this policy, and I can keep paying the premium every year until I die. That is the process. There is no medical checkup. There is no waiting period on anything. You can take this policy and use it from day one. Did I clarify that?
Yes, ma'am. Clear. Thank you.
So I have one question. Yeah, please tell me.
Ma'am, hi, it's Shanshu here from
Yeah,
PRM 33.
Yeah, it's Shanshu.
Basically out of Anand itself. So just one doubt, it just popped in my mind right now. So say for example, in an untoward incident, the primary policyholder, who basically is the airman, passes away in an untoward incident. And so what happens? Does the policy continue if the parents continue paying the premium? Is that how it works, or?
Hitesh?
Yeah, it will continue. Like, like we have been now trying to work it out for our unfortunate friends who have left us, extend this policy to their spouse.
Okay.
So basically, just to elaborate on this one, what Hitesh has mentioned, what we have done is, as a part of our bylaws that we've adopted recently, we have also mentioned there that the spouse of the deceased airman will by default become a member of the alumni association. So if let's say the airman is a member of the alumni association and the airman passes away, the spouse of the airman will become the member of the alumni association, and all the benefits of the association naturally get extended to the spouse. This is not currently true for the parents. It is true for the spouse right now. Okay.
So in case of an unmarried airman, so this would lapse.
I think until that complete year, it can be used. Hitesh, if I'm correct, let's say, if I register today and tomorrow I die, so for 1 year, my parents will be covered?
Yes.
Right.
Right. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Cool.
I'm sorry, I'm giving the blunt and direct answers, but I'm doing something else as well, like in the meanwhile.
You are answering, that is enough, sir. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Let me take the next question that has come up. This is Nasir from PRM 35 and an NRI. If I enroll into the policy for me, spouse, and my parents will be insured as I'm an NRI. All right. See, I understand that for NRIs particularly, this policy is a boon because see, हमारे parents जो है ना, our parents are in India. Ab now, see, I'm an NRI. I'm not a outseas resident. I'm not a non-Indian. Basically, I'm an Indian. It's just that I'm not residing, which means that I do have an Indian passport. I do have a basically some kind of a government identification proof that I am an Indian. Okay, so you have to be an Indian. That is number one. Now, if let's say I'm an NRI, I stay in Africa, my parents are here, my spouse is here, everybody will be covered. Please remember that the procedures will be honored only in India. Any other outside treatments will not be honored. This policy is only for Indian citizens and for people who are residing in India and taking treatment in India. Okay?
Yeah, thanks, Riji.
Cool. Okay. Let me take the next one. Are there any constraints on hospital partners? So see, any policy, what happens is that once we are still in the process of finalizing our TPA. TPA is a third party administrator. See, I'm not an insurance person, so I'm sure you all would be knowing much more than me about the insurance. In fact, I have multiple policies. My husband has taken lots of policies. I have never read any policy document. I have no idea what these terms are. But then there is a third party administrator. This particular TPA basically has tie-ups with various hospitals so that when I go to that hospital, a cashless claim can be honored. Okay. Now, what happens in case of hospitals which are not a part of this network? So what will happen is that we pay and then we basically go back to the insurance company and say, okay, I have taken this treatment in this particular hospital and I put in a claim, and then it will go through their regular process and get approved or not approved or partially approved and then given to me. Okay, so once we finalize the TPA, the third party administrator, then we will share the details with you. You can look it up as to which towns it is available, what are the hospital partners that are available. All that we will share with you as soon as it is finalized. Ujjwal, is that okay?
Very soon we'll be finalizing. We have zeroed down where we are going to, whom we are going to go at. Only thing left is to make call and finalize it. Before we go to the United, before the closer, maybe we'll be in position to share that information. We are waiting for how many people, like, the negotiations comes better if we have more number of people, like. Negotiation is done from the point of strength.
Yeah. Just to add on to what Hitesh is saying, see, why do you think that we are saying that we need 1,000 people to register for this policy? Because we told United guys, we said, see, boss, we are going to register 1,000 people, so you have to give us this rate. And that is how we've negotiated the best rates in group insurance policy. That is how we end up getting those rates from them.
I can only share like my personal experience in this project. XLRI has been insured by the New India, IIT Chennai again by New India, and we were also hoping that New India will cover us up. After like that would have saved us lots of the work to be done. But at the last moment, though they issued us the offer letter, and after that, just before we were about to launch this project to all Irmans, they backed out. So we were very much stressed, and we were wondering like, and we wrote personally to chairperson of New India Insurance, personally met their general managers. They assured us, but they didn't move. But then we got this, we were chasing United earlier as well, and all of a sudden they came. And we could not believe their offer was far better than NIA. That's where we say the patient has paid. Only thing is we require all the people to share that benefits what we are trying to organize. This can be the best this Diwali gift or whatever gift you to your parents from you.
Okay, right. So, okay, let me just quickly move on because we are having lots of questions and I need to catch up on all. Are daycare treatments covered? Something that requires spending less than 24 hours at the hospital? Yes. Some such treatments are covered. Hitesh, would you like to tell us a little more on the inpatient treatments?
Where it is required to be admitted, like for cataract, and the daycare will be taken care of. You need to be admitted for some time. Then the daycare is taken care. And in case like OPD, if people want to club use OPD as a daycare, no, then it is not covered.
Please understand this very clearly. OPD is not covered, but inpatient treatments are covered. Okay, which means that you have to get admitted into the hospital and come out of the hospital. But just going to the doctor, visiting and coming back is not covered. Got it?
You need to be admitted there.
Ujjwal, is that
Got it,
okay?
got it. Thanks a lot.
Okay, cool. Okay. Is there any restriction on some advanced treatments like robotics, heart surgery, etc., which are available in HDFC Ergo, etc.? Hitesh, would you like to elaborate on this one?
Normally, it is left to the doctor where you are getting admitted, what sort of treatment he wants to give. So then normally it should be covered, but like honestly, like if you people say like for hernia, like okay, I'm specifically talking about hernia because somebody was talking to us a few days back. Normal doctors say hernia can be done and with a simple incisor, but if people want to do with a lapro, the cost are 4 times then, which is not covered. These are all finer points of the things. And again, what Richie said, like we are on the no frill airline.
Harshil, is it clarified or you need more information around this one?
No, I mean, I understand that, but so generally, few hospitals like Apollo and Delhi, etc., they suggest that you should go for robotic surgery. That would be much more better and much more
You know,
precise
Amresh, they are in the
instead
business
of a
of
normal
making money.
incision. So if okay.
Some
So
of
basically they won't be
your,
covered.
some of your our batchmates, some of our institute mates are have been involved in the this business, and there the doctors are given the targets to billing. Then it becomes very difficult for any insurance company to cover.
Okay. In fact, just to quickly elaborate on what you've been asking, we've shared this document, and the second scanned page on this document does give some kind of a detail on certain very specific kind of treatments and the sublimits on the surgery, basically limits on the surgery that are applicable. I will share this document and you can go through this. And if you still have any queries, we will be happy to clarify.
And
Okay.
please, you can refer to the GIPSA documents or IRDA documents.
Yeah. Harshil, I'll share this document. आप देख लेना, and let me know if you want anything. I'll share it tonight once again with the batch reps. Okay. Is the age of the parent is above 80? Can he be covered?
No.
I'm really sorry. 80 भी नहीं देते लोग, 60 देते हैं. हमने किसी तरह 80 कराया है उसको. Really sorry about this one. Thank you. Okay. If I get hospitalized more than once for the same problem, will it be treated as two different claims? Yes. You will actually be making 2 claims in a year. Okay. Is it okay, Soumya? Okay.
Hi. Yeah, it's fine. And is there any limit to the number of claims I can make in a year?
Hitesh?
No.
Right now, no.
But that gap is to when the gap is too beyond 3 months, then again, in the if the gap is less than a month, then this is post-operative.
Okay.
Okay. If you have any specific question, you can reach out to me later as well. We can look into it. I hope you got some idea on this one. देखो ये सब ना बहुत स्पेसिफिक हो जाता है because sometimes you will actually get to know जब आप वहां हो तभी पता चलता है, but we are trying to preempt all those situations so that बाद में ये ना हो कि अरे मैं पता नहीं था, right? So we are trying to find out as much as possible. Is there an age limit for parents to be enrolled? See, the age limit for anybody to get enrolled is 80 years. Even if an Irman is 79 years of age, they can get enrolled. If a parent is 79 years of age, they can get enrolled. Beyond 80, nobody can get enrolled. Yes, you will continue to have the policy beyond 80 if you are already enrolled this year. But later on, after 80, you cannot enroll. Okay. Next question is, can parent in-laws be covered too? This year, in-laws are not covered. We will try to get this in next year. This year, it is not covered. Any more questions on this? Okay. Maybe a naive question. Don't worry about that. Even I'm not from the insurance background. How efficient the claiming process is or will be. So I want to assure you that United has a very good claim settlement ratio from 95% to 96%. Settlement ratio is considered very good. That is number one. Number two is that since we have a group policy, the claim process becomes easier. The support mechanism becomes easier and is better because we will be in a position to tell them that, see, this is the case and please help us out. Okay, so that is the second thing. The third thing is, how is the claim process? What is the procedure that needs to be followed for claiming anything, right? If I am going to the hospital for some treatment and I want to understand how the process will be, I have 2 documents. One is on the cashless claiming procedure and one is on the non-cashless, because if let's say there is a hospital, let's say I'm in some remote place where the hospital is not basically having a tie-up for a cashless thing, then in that case, what will be the procedure? I will share both those documents with you as well. If you want, you can refer to those documents. All these documents will be available on the IRMA website as well. I really hope that all of you have registered on the IRMA website. There is a tab there called insurance. When you go on that page, you will be able to see a lot of documents that are there that are downloadable. You can have a look, download. In case you find that there are any queries, you can reach out to us anytime.
And later on, like this LV and the TPA will also be of great help to you.
Right. Okay. So, Khwaja, is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, Aditya, do we have a list of cashless network hospitals? Like I mentioned earlier, we will, once we finalize the TPA, we will share that information with you. In fact, I wanted to share with you one very important information. See, we feel that we are young and we do not need insurance. But these days, lifestyle diseases and a lot of other diseases are very prevalent, except, I mean, without any constraint on the age. Anybody and everybody is having all types of diseases. So we cannot become lethargic. We cannot become, carefree about the fact that हम तो 20 साल के हैं, या I'm just 22 or 23 and I don't need it. Please, it's a humble request from all of us. We have seen lots of cases where anybody, just anybody can need it anytime. So if you have any queries on that front, feel free to reach out to us. We can discuss. But please, please, please do take the insurance policy, because it is going to support you and us. We don't feel nice if our juniors or our batchmates or our seniors get stuck up with something like this, for which we have worked so hard, and you don't take it and then you can't get the benefit out of it. So really want you all to keep this particular aspect in mind. And the other aspect that I really want to mention to you all is that we sometimes feel ki, Arey, I am working in Amazon, so my company has already provided insurance to me. Why should I take this policy on my own? What is the benefit that I will get? And we really need to appreciate the fact that with so many uncertainties in today's world, considering not only the job situation, the market situation, the world economic situation, there are multiple facets of any job that we are on. It is highly likely that any uncertainty can really derail us, and that will, and at that time we will not be able to figure out as to whether we are covered or not. So let's say, I am in between switching jobs. So I leave my current company today, and today is Friday, I leave my company, and on Monday I have to join the new one. I've not even done the formalities on Monday, and God forbid something happens and I'm taken to the hospital. What happens then? We really, really need to be very careful in today's world, because these are little minute things that we need to be careful about. Did I make some sense on this one?
Okay, Richie, I would like to add something. I'll share with the fellow Irmans over here. This thought of insurance, why it came to us, why we are here. Earlier, the IRMA batches were very small and we had a very closely knit interactions. In case of distress, like we were in position to support each other. Our batch started the first distress fund, and the batch next to us as well started the distress fund. And now, like during last 2 years or 3 years, like we have seen so many young Irmans losing their life when they just started career or they just started their families. And the request was going up for the support, and we were feeling miserable, like sometimes to forget, sometimes we are not very sure. This was causing us lots of heartburns. And then we thought maybe like we should insure all Irmans from the IRMA Alumni Corpus Fund. But then we realized the fund or the corpus is not big enough to keep on servicing the same. Then we are exploring the possibility like how others are doing it. Then we found that XLRI has done it, IIT Kanpur has done it, Chennai has done it, BITS Pilani has done it, BITSA they call it, or some other, and LSR has done, SRM has done. Many other people have done this affinity group policies. And that's the reason like we are with the LV. LV is again a startup from XLRI alumni people, and they were the first ones to do it for anyone in India with XLRI. So we have hired their services to take care of it, so that most of us are also working people, and we don't have that luxury of having the IRMA alumni staff backup. We are putting our best efforts to serve, and so we required some agency to get the code, somebody to do contact the people, do lots of back work. And later on, when the claims and other things will come, they'll be also supporting us. And one more question people have been asking, which I luckily nobody asked us today. And that is very good, actually. That shows the confidence of people. What happens if we don't launch the scheme? All the money will be given back, except for the transaction fees and the fees what we are committed to the LV for the services. They are doing lots of background work for all of you. You are getting SMS, WhatsApp, mail. Something you are coming from us, something is coming from them. That is what the background of this, and the people have really worked very hard to get this deal. And I hope and pray and wish all of us support all Irmans in this noble cause to keep everyone safe for the years to come. That is all I wanted to say. Anybody having any question, please feel free. I think we have taken lots of your time. Thanks for your time on a busy day. And
if you still have questions, please clarify. We are not going anywhere until we clarify all your queries.
Just one more question, Shipra here. Yes. We said that in case of an unfortunate situation where an Irman is no more, the spouse still will be covered. Will the child will also be covered? I understand parents would not be covered, but child will also be covered.
So what happens is, let's say, I conk off, and my husband becomes the member of the alumni association. Okay, so it is not the insurance thing. Basically, you have to understand the process, what happens. So if, let's say, I'm not there now, so my husband becomes an alum. Okay, now the husband is the primary owner of the policy in that case from next year onwards, and then the other things will apply accordingly. That right?
So the child will still be there, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. No, so of course, why not?
So okay.
Got it, ना? समझ आया, फिर से बताऊं?
नहीं, ठीक है, fine.
Okay. Any other thing? पूछ लो.
If there's no more question, thank you everyone for your time.
I hope we've been able to run you through the policy, because we understood from the past 2-3 days of sessions that we were doing that a lot of you also wanted to understand the policy, and that is why I started off by explaining the policy to you, so that you don't have any basic questions like that.
Maybe Richie, we can introduce our IAC members who are joining in this group. I can see the Shreyas. You show your face to everyone, and so that everybody knows who Shreyas is. Amit is there. Shreyas is there. Amit is come, and I saw Sundar was also there.
Bala? Yeah, he just left.
He just left. Okay. Mohan is traveling, Rahul is not well.
Right. Okay.
So we are always at your back and call. Feel free, but make it successful. That's all I.
So one last thing that we want to tell you is that
I can
if
see. Thanks. You can chip in something like, why don't you endorse our activities?
yeah, I was also going to say the same thing that
Yeah,
you
Ajay,
all
come on.
please.
Ajay Shastri.
हाँ जी सर मैं अभी I'm outside the country and I was traveling so
इतनी जल्दी
I
पहुंच गया
want
बाहर, अभी तो शादी करा बेटी का.
अरे अभी पहुंच गया लेकिन what I will do now is I'm going to do it tomorrow because now I'm a bit free.
Okay,
I'll
no
get it
issues.
done tomorrow morning my time before it
No issues.
closes.
No issues.
है ना ठीक है thank you.
Thank you.
So I want to request all of you, please spread the word in your batch. And I am very happy to do batch-wise discussions with you all. So please do let me know if you want any further discussions to happen. Anybody has any queries, please do reach out to any one of us from the EC. You have Hitesh here, Hitesh is here, Amit is here, then we have Shreyas, Sundar had joined. We are many more in the EC. If you all know, we are a good bunch of people and we all are working
And we are
towards
being
this.
supported by non-EC members as well. In Delhi, Iqbal, Jagmohan Bhatt. In Bombay, you can reach Govindan. He's from the 4th batch, Executive Vice President in Larsen Toubro. And he was also part of it. Then Avik, today we are not seeing Avik is there. And OP उसको दोबारा से activate करना. Many people have supported this initiative and they are still supporting.
So you can reach out to any one of us. If you don't like my face, reach out to Hitesh.
Okay.
All
Thanks.
right. If you don't have any further questions, can we close this call now?
Absolutely, ma'am and sir. Thank you for organizing this session, and you have been continuously being, guiding all the fellow airmans. Thank you on behalf of PRM 35.
You're always welcome.
So tomorrow I want all of your batchmates to at least know about the policy. Please take an informed decision. That is what education brings to us. It is not about just, blindly following the gang. Take an informed decision. Tomorrow, don't come to me crying कि मुझे लेना था लेकिन मुझे पता नहीं था. पता नहीं था मैं तो I will really मैं तो पिटाई करूंगी.
Okay. Good night, yes.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye. Good night.